guys, today I thought we would talk about my morning skincare routine. I usually only do this once a year, and I should do it twice a year because it's a little bit different in the spring, summer. This time of year, right now, my skin is just tightening up. I can feel it. And I hadn't planned on doing this today, so I'm not going to do what I usually do, which is really get in deep with the ingredients. I'm just going to speak a little bit about everything. So this morning I already used my gua sha for about 10 minutes. I used my red light for 10 minutes. I used my Myolift for about 40 minutes. The Myolift is something I use about, it depends, I go through stages. Right now I'm going through an off stage where I might do it once a week, but preferably I do it about 3 times a week. And lately I've been doing the gua sha almost every day. Oftentimes I'll do it at night when I'm watching TV, and sometimes I do facial massage. So for me, it's not unusual. From time to time I will do everything, and I will spend like an hour and a half doing my prep before I do any of my skincare. And today, I guess this is why I'm doing this video, because I had just finished my Myolift and I thought, you know what, this is a good day. Let's talk about it all. Let's talk about cleanser. Today I went a little bit out of order. Usually what I'll do is my Myolift first, and then I'll do the gua sha. And the only reason I do that is because I have to use a gel with the Myolift, and it just makes sense to me to go on with my Tatcha oil for the glide that I need for either massage or for my gua sha, and then wash everything off. But today I did my Myolift last, so I washed my face with my Tatcha oil, which I use for my gua sha, and then I had to wash my face again. And I don't like to wash my face twice. I have been using this new product from Refer for cleansing. It is a gel, gentle cleanser, and it's really, really lovely. And I just remembered, I forgot to show you. This is what I've been using for the last year. It's the Elastin Gentle Cleanser. When I did my Halo laser a year ago, I think it might have been in October or November, they gave me a lot of Elastin products, and I have been loving this and using this. It's just something extra. Sometimes I'll go through stages where I use it every night because I'm not using my oil. I know it's a little bit weird. It just depends on if I'm doing a massage or not, because that's what I'm doing these days. I used to use the oil every single night, but now I'm using this a lot. But this is almost gone, and I think this is going to replace it very, very nicely. And the price on the Refer products, very good. I haven't done a comparison of the ingredients, but if you'd like me to do another video where I'm really breaking down the ingredients, let me know and I'll do it in January. Because I'm thinking in January I am going to do several videos on devices, on red light, on all of this kind of stuff that I've been wanting to do for a long, long time, but I fall down the rabbit hole when I'm doing research because I don't want to just say, oh, I love this $400 product, it just makes my skin look good. I want to tell you what I found out when I did my research. And as a Virgo, it's a little bit dangerous for me. So let's carry on with what I did today. I washed my face with this to get the gel off from my Myolift, and I will link my devices down below. Several of them are on sale right now, and if you want to get into it, why wait for January when I'm going to tell you in depth about these devices? Then I always go in with this. This is an essence toner from Mule. This is a Korean brand. It's apparently a dermatologist or something like that. And they had developed a line of products to use after procedure. It's a clinic of some kind. And I always start with this because it's really good for sensitive skin, because it is made for post-procedure. Now, I washed my face about 10 minutes ago, and I usually put this on right away. I want to kind of feed that hydration into my skin before I go on with my serums. But I just did 2 skins because my skin's just been drying without anything on it. The transepidermal evaporation is, if you don't lock everything in, the water in your skin will evaporate, and then it'll take some more with it, the stuff that you really want to keep in your skin. I usually do at least 2. I have a lot of essences and toners, and I will link right here a video I did a couple of years ago where I broke down the ingredients in each one of them. This one from Neogen, I love. I believe that it is a dupe for the Estee Lauder Micro Essence, which is about $100 a bottle, and this is about $30 a bottle. So there's my essences. Oftentimes, I'll put on one of them, and then I'll go on with my first serum, my only serum, and then I'll do the other one because I don't want anything to really get in the way of my serum. And the serum I use is a C serum, and I use the Glow Maker from Maylove. This is a fresh bottle. It's about $35. And I just really want all this goodness, this L-ascorbic acid to get into my skin. I make sure I get some on the eyelids and under the eyes because you need protection everywhere, antioxidant protection. All right, so now I have my protection. What I do next kind of depends on how I feel. Right now, my skin feels so incredibly dry and dehydrated. And I want to emphasize dehydrated because there's a difference between dry skin and dehydrated skin. Dry skin is, you can see flakes coming off. To me, it really means that your barrier has been compromised. Dehydrated skin means there's not enough moisture content in the upper layers of your skin and very possibly in your body. I haven't been drinking a lot of water lately. So what I do next this time of year is something like this, the Laneige Cream Skin. This feels like a moisturizer, you guys, except it's completely liquidy. And I didn't buy some at the Sephora sale because I thought, I only use it during these months and I'll be fine. But now I'm thinking, maybe that was not a good choice. But that's fine because this is something else that Rever came out with. It's called Rebalancing Essence. And it seems very, very similar. It's white, it's liquidy, and it feels very similar to the Laneige. Again, oh my God, it feels like my skin has just drank some water. You know that feeling when you're kind of dehydrated and you finally get some water and you can feel it surging through your body? I mean, I can. That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's just like gulp, 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 gulp. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I want to kind of lock that in. And I go in with this, the Victoria Beckham serum, which is the teeniest bit occlusive and helps lock in that hydration. How much you use depends on really what's going on the surface of your skin because you need some slip and it's not very slippy. I do 4 drops, 2, 3, 4. And that's just what I need to get everywhere. This was developed by Augustinus Bader, and I had read it's probably the same ingredients, the same actives as his line without paying his prices. This is not cheap by any means, but it's cheaper than that. And she is doing 20% off right now at Victoria Beckham's site. She had like a 20% off 2 weeks ago, I think, and I already got a second bottle, my backup bottle, so I think I'm going to be fine until the next sales. And now I'm going to go in with this new product from Dermatology, and this is the Refining Serum. Here's the deal. This is lactic acid. I swear to God, it's a dupe for the Good Genes by Sunday Riley. Much, much better price. I don't like acids that much. Do not like them. Another acid that I use from time to time is the Micro Toner, also from Neogen, and also had some AAHs, BAHs in them. I use it once in a while. Same thing, I will use this once in a while because my skin's a little bit sensitive. It even smells like Good Genes. It has that kind of lemongrass scent. 1 pump. And you don't have to do what I do, warm it up and, do that. But I find it's a great way to distribute product. And now I'm ready for my moisturizers. I like to layer my moisturizers just like I like to layer my essences and serums. At night I do more serums. I keep on having to get up and go back into the bathroom because I forgot something. So next, I usually go in with a watery light moisturizer because I like to layer the weights of moisturizer. I think it's better absorption, and I just need it. I just need it. Two that I use are the Dermatology Water Cream Moisturizer. So it looks like a cream, but then you blend it in and it feels watery, just like they say. That's when I use, or I use my Hakuhodo. Or, hey, I'm feeling really dry. Let's do both. Hakuhodo. Again, just feel, actually the Hakuhodo might be a little bit heavier. So I'm not going to do the water cream, but just a little bit of that, as you can see, starting to moisturize the skin after it's been hydrated. Now, I'm going to let that go, and I'm going on with the Dermatology Eye Cream. The littlest bit with this, you guys. That is it. That's all you're going to need. I figured part of the under eye issues that I have is dehydrated under there, so I want something hydrating under my eyes to help, hopefully, you know, puff everything up a little bit. And I want to do that in this position before I go on with something a little bit heavier for my moisturizer, which I'm using the Augustinus Bader, the cream. And I'm just doing one pump. That's it. Oh, glorious. I got a small size, like a travel size of this last spring. And I'm telling you, between this, and then the soothing cream, which I put on at night as my last step, I saw a difference in my skin. And I think my skin is actually good. It's healthy. It's in shape. But it just did a little something, a little je ne sais quoi to the skin, where it had a little bit of that glow from within going on. Something about this product is fantastic. Now, before I go on with my final moisturizer, I'm going to do my second eye cream. And this is almost gone. I did buy a new one at the Sephora sale, which is improved formula, so we'll see what happens. I'm just going to scoop out with my nail. They say you should always use your ring finger because they're weakest. This has something in it that helps with your darkness. I think it's vitamin K. I can't remember. But it's also moisturizing, so I definitely want to get it, you know, smile, where those crows right there. But I tend to focus on inner. And then I go on with my final moisturizer for the daytime. At night I go on with the Augustinus Bader after this, but this is the Stratia Liquid Gold. And this is formulated to mimic your skin's barrier. So it has ceramides, omega fatty acids, and what is the third thing? Cholesterol. And it's in the correct ratio and pH as a healthy skin barrier. And I feel like this helps to lock everything in and nourish my barrier. Any deficiencies going on, this is going to help that out. And I'm just going to move in a little bit. I mean, every time I apply something, there's a little bit of redness on my skin. But I recently saw somebody do a before and after using a certain product. And she did a close-up insert of her before, and then she did her after from like here. You really can't tell what's going on with someone's skin when you're shooting from nipples up. I think she was even further out. Boop, boop, boop. So, you know, the redness from touching a little bit, that will come down in a second. But the skin, I feel, this is 60, you guys. I think it's okay. Under the eye is a nightmare, but what are you going to do? And now I'm going to go on with my sunscreen because I feel like everything's sunken in. There's nothing greasy on my face, so I don't have to wait for things to evaporate. And again, I'm going to go on with dermatology because I am going to do another video after this where I'm going to use this. This is the Jane Iredale Mineral Foundation, which is a tad too light. And I just wanted to play with it because this has a tint to it that's a little too dark for me. and quarter teaspoon. I know what a quarter teaspoon looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say 6 pumps will be my first pass, and then I'll just add maybe 2 or 3 more pumps. When this goes on, it's a great shade for me, but as it dries, it becomes warmer. And Dermatology is having a sale right now. A lot of these companies are having sales right now, and I will put those all in the description box. See what a good shade that is? It's like yummy. If you prefer mineral sunscreens, and I know there are people who do, they also have a mineral, but I prefer this one. And it's an SPF 50, so while that probably wasn't a full quarter teaspoon, it was darn close. And if I'm not planning to do anything today, I might leave it at that, and I'm probably going to get like a 35 protection, which should be fine for me. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that, and you can see, maybe you can see as it's drying down, it's beginning to get a little bit darker. So this will be really interesting with my Jane Iredale. And you guys, that's typical of my morning skincare. It does change. I have a lot more products that I'm showing you here, and I personally really like to have things in my arsenal for days when I'm super dry. I went a little too aggressive with something. I got a little too much sun. I'm not drinking enough water. Whatever it is that is ailing my skin, I feel like I have in my medicine cabinet. And you know what I will do in January? I will do other things in my medicine cabinet that aren't a part of my daily program, but that I would not be without. And as far as sunscreens go, I do have a series, Sunscreen Saturday, posted right here, and I go through periods, especially in spring and summer, where on Saturdays I will review sunscreens. But I do have a lot of sunscreens. I have a wardrobe of sunscreens, and I have a passion about sunscreen right now. Tula is having their sale, and they have 2 of my favorite sunscreens. One of them is Mineral Magic, which has a bit of a peach tone to it, and it calms down my redness, and I love it. It's only SPF 35, but I figure if you wear the full quarter teaspoon, you're getting a solid 35. And then they have the other one that kind of smells like vanilla or banana, and it has these little bubble, like tapioca pearls in it, and as you put it on your face, they break down. And I love that. When I'm taking Grace out for a walk in the morning, I never did with Lucy. Lucy came down, went to the bathroom, took her first dose of medicine, and got on the sofa and went to sleep. Grace seems to do better if she has a morning walk. Otherwise, she makes me nuts all day. And depending on the time of year I got her when the sun was much higher, I thought I can't go out for a half an hour without sunscreen in the morning. And then I have to wash my face and do all my skincare afterwards, because the walk is like the first thing. And I'll use that one from Tula that has the little tapioca pearl things in it, because it leaves the skin looking really pretty. I mean, I might run into someone I know, but I have to have a little bit more sunscreen in my life now than I used to have, because with Grace I'll oftentimes take her for a morning walk, and depending on the sun, I might want to have some protection on my face and then wash it off, which I already said. So you guys, this is an example of what my AM skincare program looks like. Again, I gotta put something on my lips. They're making me crazy. Things change depending on me, but that's my basic. If you have any questions, let me know down below. I will be happy to do my best to answer them, and then come January, I'm going to go deep and give you ingredients and what they do and all that stuff. Or you can watch last year's AM skincare routine, which is very similar to this one, where I probably talk about ingredients a bit more than I am now, because I really didn't plan this. I'm getting ready for another video, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope it was helpful. It was interesting, maybe a little bit entertaining, gave you some ideas for these sales that are happening right now. Check the description box for links. And until the next time, be smart and safe. And I'm wishing you good health.